Hello everyone, this is Mark of All Natural Aquatics. Welcome back again to Pets Plus in Lawrenceville, New Jersey. Today is Tuesday morning, June the 30th. Welcome to episode 25 of What Did We Get Today? Hard to believe this year is half over already. We have a shipment today from Old World Exotic Fish from Leif de Mason. As usual, get the current issue of Cichlid News in there, which is always a great thing. Ooh, nice picture on the cover. Let's see what's in here this month. I haven't even pulled this out and looked at it. There's an article on Coptodon cati from Cameroon, Rio Jaros lentiginosus from Mexico. Let's see. Page of contents, if I can get there. Oh, come on. Pages are sticking together. And not going to spend any more time trying to open that up. Oh, there it is. Article on Tropheus de Boise by Ad Konings. The article on Rio Jaros lentiginosus is by Juan Miguel. Coptodon cati by Paul Loisel. Dicrosis glaticauda by Wolfgang Stack. Crenocycla macrophthalma by Oliver Lucanus. And what's new from Leif? New arrivals. Fish on the cover is Tropheus de Boise at Mkuyu Point in Tanzania. Again, beautiful fish. Look at the blue in the face on that. That didn't grow up to be quite the usual ugly Du Bois. All right. And is it Du Bois? Is it Du Bois? I don't know. I've seen that name pronounced that way, depending on whose it was. It's, the original form of that is French, and it would be Du Bois. So it would be Du Bois or Du Bois, but really technically Du Bois, or Du Boisie if you want to pronounce it that way. But lots of other people anglicize that to Du Bois, so it might be Du Bois. I've never done the research on who that fish was named after, so I can't tell you for sure. All right, let's see what we got. Water's going to be blue. They put methylene blue in there to cut down on bacterial and fungal activity in the bag. These are just some assorted larger haps. Looks like we got a whole box of these. Actually, I know we got a whole box of them. Looks like they're all together. Just, it's summer. Didn't want to get a ton of any one thing. I don't usually get assorteds on fish like this, but I figured we'd do assorteds on these and on peacocks this time. On bigger peacocks, just to get some variety in here. Looks like a nice mix, and they all look like they're in really good shape. And they're, for the most part, I would say 4 to 5 inches, solid 4 inches. Definitely closer to 5 on some. All right, let's move that one out of the way. Gotta love the packaging. The packing from Leif, from Old World, is always the best. Fish very seldom have any problems. This is a whole bag of something. These are some Mbunas. And we got one not looking too happy there. There you go. Nice size mixed Mbuna. These again they're probably 4 inches. Nice fish. Look like a good mix. Be a lot easier to tell what that mix is once they're in the tank. What I will probably do on this video, I want to post some updates of some of the fish that came in on Sunday and show them to you in the tanks where you can maybe see colors a little bit better, things like that. So I'll also shoot some video of these guys in the tanks, and that'll be on there at the end after everything's received. Okay, a couple of bags in this one. Actually, we got 3 individual bags, which I'm going to guess are probably, nope, I'm wrong. They're actually the assorted peacocks. And again, once they're out of the blue water and in the tanks, we'll get a better idea of what we got. Nice looking fish. Trying different lighting today. I'm actually trying this really without lighting. Just using the ambient lighting. And it looks like it's working better. You can, at least looks like on the camera to me, you can see the colors and stuff on the fish better. We're not getting, you know, all those focusing issues and all that light reflecting off the bag. And we have two bigger bags in here, each of which has triple red Opistogramma agassizi. These are Czech bred. Look like they're in real good shape. The other bag looks as good as that bag, and then we'll move on to the next box. This is the only Apisto that I was able to get. Everything else I ordered, they were out of by the time they shipped our order. All right, let's see what we got now.
Looking at this or at ours, but it's dark back there. Yeah. You know how at ours is. Are they getting everything ready?
This
it's already probably ready by
an assorted Mbuna. Again, just a smaller size. Looks like a pretty nice mix. There's two bags of them in here. Some of the ones that are in the mix, I think I ordered on their own too. Let's see. This is an albino red-headed mac. These should all be 3 male albino red-headed macs here. Those sold out very fast last time. People really were liking them, so I ordered them again. Did only get 3. I said it's summertime. Boy, that one's great. It looks great. So, that was box 4. That's halfway through this shipment. This is a smaller shipment again, summertime. Just 8 boxes today, so I'm going to get all these guys floating in the tanks, and then we'll do the second batch. Okay, back for round 2 of Fish from Old World Exotic Fish. The band's going flying. All right, let's see, we got a bunch of bags in here. Another one of the assorted peacocks. You know, I've talked about it before, but I probably should again a little bit. You know, as we're looking at all these different fish. Ooh, that's nice. You know, when people talk about African cichlids, normally what they're thinking of are the Mbunas from Lake Malawi. What you want to remember with those is it's probably the most territorial group of fish that we keep in the hobby on a regular basis. It's kept by average hobbyists. So that has a couple of implications. Number one, they really shouldn't, especially in smallish tanks, should not be mixed with other groups of fish from the lake. You know, so anything, I wouldn't recommend Mbuna for anything under a 55. I personally wouldn't keep them in anything under a 125. But that being said, even in a 55-gallon tank, I would not put peacocks in there. I would not put haps in there. You know, if you're dead set, you got to have a peacock. You know, that's the time you want to go for one of the hybrid peacocks that are more aggressive, that have been crossed in with Mbunas and get their aggression levels from them, get their territorial levels from them. So it'd be things like OBs, fire or strawberry peacocks, things like that. But even so, I think you're better off to stick just with Mbunas. You know, if you've got, again, at least that size tank, and preferably 75 really for peacocks, you stick with just peacocks. You know, there's a lot of people out there that like to just have a tank of male peacocks. You know, that works, but to me, I want the behavior and I want the additional color boost that you get on the males from having females in the tank. Now, if you're trying to set up a show tank, I get it. All males, you know, that's how it's going to look its best. You're going to have the most color. If you want to breed the fish and actually ever sell babies, you do not ever want to have fish in there that can crossbreed. So, you know, if you're doing multiple species of peacocks and you want to be able to raise and sell babies, do not put them in the same tank together. One species of peacock to a tank, or one location of peacock to a tank, because otherwise you're selling hybrids And a lot of times those get out there and the word gets out, oh, you know, that they're whatever one of the parents is. And they're not. They're a hybrid. And we don't want to encourage that. We want to keep our strains as pure as we possibly can. The day is definitely going to come when we can't get more of these out of the lake. We need to keep our strains as close to the original fish as we possibly can. And then if you're doing haps, again, I would do a 125 bare minimum for most of the hap types. You know, and by that I mean things like Nimbochromis, you know, Surticara, all the usual larger fish. So things that are going to be, most of that stuff, you know, the Capatochromis, all that stuff, most of that's going to be 8 to 12 inches long. So it really needs the bigger tank, 125 minimum, 180 being better. So, but keep them again that same way. You don't want to keep fish that are going to crossbreed together if you want to be able to sell the babies. If you're not going to sell the babies, if you're going to use the babies as food for other fish, whatever you're going to do, that's great. Lots of good fish to keep in with these guys that will help to keep the population of babies really far down. A lot of predatory catfish work really well with them. I actually really like the upside down Mistus cats from Asia. Not biotopically correct if you're doing a biotope tank, but you know, you could probably do some of the little bit larger Synodontis and things like that and be closer at least. But those Mistus cats are much more piscivorous. So they work really well. They're going to pick a cave and they're going to kick the cichlids out of the cave and take care of that. And then at night they're going to rove around and catch every little cichlid they possibly can. So, you know, those are the things that work real well. And with Mbunas, it's the same way. Don't mix ones that are going to crossbreed. You know, if you want to be able to breed them and raise them, you know, you might do something that's a horizontally striped fish with something that's a vertically striped fish that is in a different genus. You're not as likely to get crosses, but it could still happen. So you want to look at your fry first and make sure. You know, hopefully you've seen them spawn, but we all know that, you know, they spawn when we're at work, when we're out doing things. So you can't always observe that. Anyway, see what else is there. These are electric blue Johanna. Take a good batch of those. And king size eye. We haven't had king size eye in a while. One of those Mbuna that I really like a lot. Despite the name, it is not a king size fish. It's actually one of the smaller Mbunas. All right, so we've had a long range there, so we're going to move a little quicker maybe through the rest of these. One more here we're going to flip over. Otherwise our stack gets too high. And then we'll keep going through the rest. Ooh, this is... This is Greberai, the old Pseudotropheus Greberai. I don't know if they're still Pseudotropheus or if they've been moved to something else. I need to look that up. Actually, he's got them listed as PS on here. Greberai, similar to a Rusty, but definitely different. Got a really nice fish. Not one of the real nasty ones as far as the Mbuna go. This fish I do like a lot. Oh, and there's a second bag of them. These are a medium-sized fish, definitely bigger than the standard ones. Three-and-a-half-inch assorted haps. Is that what that? No, they're bigger than that. And that's 3 more of the assorted haps. And a third bag of Greberai. Yeah, they're in there somewhere. Yeah, there you can see them. Okay, let's put this one down. You know, there used to be a fish around called Hajo Malandi, and I always figured that and Greberai were probably the same fish. I don't know for sure that they are, but if they're not the same, they're very similar. All right, 4 bags in here. Back at Kenya. Kenya are always nice size, good shape. These are the OB yellows, yellow zebras, mustard eye zebras. We have some big ones in stock, and here's gonna have a tank of small ones there too. That's one I've always liked a lot. Red zebras, they're not gonna look like much in the blue water, but they're a nice strain. I think I have one left over there, so we definitely needed them. And this is Synodontis multipunctatus, tank raised ones. I was hoping they'd be a little bit bigger than that, but they look like they're really nice. They're in good shape. They're actually probably pushing 2 inches, so that's not a bad size at all. The price is reasonable on them too. Okay. And then our last box. There's more assorted pseudochromis, or pseudochromis. Assorted pseudotrophius. Just assorted in Bunas. And then the last bag is the non-cichlid bag. Leif has 1 strain of platies going down there, and I order them on every order. There's Sunburst platy. Always nice, good size, great condition. And that's everything for this order. We do have one more smaller order coming in today. Some goldfish, some little nano stuff on it, some different things. So we'll get that one included in here. And like I said, we'll get some videos of some of the fish in the tanks that have already come in this week. And that'll be the episode. So remember to give us a thumbs up, like us. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. And we'll see you soon. All right, as promised, round 2 today. This is some stuff in from a local wholesaler. Got half of what I ordered. But we'll see what came in. I know, like Galaxy Danios did not come, things like that. But we'll see what else is here. There's some little Paleatus Cories. Nice basic Cory, always been one of my favorite ones. Let's see, right next to them, green Aeneas Cories. Got people asking for Cories all the time and been having a hard time getting them. Let's see, Moonlight Gouramis. You know, when I started in the hobby back about 1970, you didn't go into a pet store that didn't have a tank full of those. And now they're few and far between. Really a beautiful fish, very reflective, great looking fish. Gets about 7 inches long, so it's not huge, but it's not small either, even by gourami standards. The one issue with them is they do eat plants, so you got to be careful about what you put them in with. Yo-yo loaches. Not very many, just a few. Want to see how those came in. This came in as a 10-inch fire eel. He's probably 9, so he's reasonable. Okay, that's all in that box. We had a few special orders that have already been picked up. Okay, and this box is probably all goldfish. Yeah. Big black telescopes. Sarasa comets. A little bit larger size of Sarasa comets. And small shabunkins. And that's it. Actually, I had feeder guppies ordered too, and those did not come in. That one really disappoints me because we are out of them at this point. Since we didn't get any new ones in, and I don't have anybody coming from anybody else until next week, I can't sell any more of the ones I have. I need them to feed tigerfish and the Orris puffers and things that are here. So I know I promised you earlier that I would do some videos of some of the fish that came in the other day and add those on to the end of this. I'll still try to get those done. It has been crazy, crazy, crazy today. So I have not had time to do anything. I had 5 minutes in between customers here to get this done, so I was trying to do it as fast as we can. But if I have time to get that done tonight, I will. Otherwise, we'll see you soon. Hey everyone, just a couple of quick updates. That last bag that I said was Shabunkin was actually small koi. I don't know what I was thinking on that one. And the other thing is we just did not have time to get any more videos done of stuff in the tanks. So I'll try to do that at some point, but this is all we're gonna have for right now. It's gonna be a big event here on Sunday. Some of the folks from Cichlid Club of York are coming over. Got multiple YouTubers coming. Susie Q will be here, Michael's Fish Room will be here, King and Queen Cichlids, of course, will be here. Should have some people in from Bucks County Aquarium Society and other clubs as well. So we hope to see many of you then, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.